As I promised, I'm going to talk about self-motivation, and then I'm going to share my inspiring story. And then, if you sign up with your email, I can give you a free copy of on my ebook as promised in the announcement. Okay, let's go if you are ready. Self-motivation. How to be self-motivated. What is motivation? To define it first, it's your why. Why you are doing what you are doing. Why you are acting now. And why you are behaving in a very given way. What is your ardent desire? What is your willingness to do what you are doing right now? And what is the drive that is driving you or motivating you? What's the determination you have to keep yourself motivated? We must be motivated. There's two different kinds of motivation here. Intrinsic. Healthline resources call it internal drive to succeed, or that sense of purpose. When it's coming from you, within you, inside you, that is intrinsic motivation. You do what you want, you are motivating yourself by yourself, and you see this is you loving to do this work more than anything else. That is your internal motivation. That's the self motivation that we want you to be able to keep moving and doing. Very well mind research call it when we act without any obvious external reward. Example, writing. You love writing because it's liberating. You love it for itself. You love every moment you spend on your writing. You love that writing because it's your escape from this world. It's taking you far away to a land that was never discovered before or anywhere. That's the pleasure you are driving from writing because it is your intrinsic motivation. But let's compare it with another kind of motivation. This one called intrinsic motivation. It is when you are doing what you are doing because of an external reward, not like the intrinsic that is coming from you. You feel that personal satisfaction there, that in a voice talking to you, satisfying your personal satisfaction and passion and ambition. That is the internal reward, that is intrinsic. This is extrinsic, external one coming from outside. For example, you were studying at the university, just pass your examination, as most of us did, but we forget all what we have learned the day we pass the exam, because we were derived by external forces. We were pushed by the university's calendar, by our external motivators, whether they are professors, teachers, supervisors, parents, or whatever, or friends or peers or neighbors or lovers or friends or whatever, colleagues. But as long as we pass the exam, we forget it all because we were motivated by the exam. That is completely intrinsic motivational, which is completely different from the intrinsic. The intrinsic is the most difficult one because it's your inner voice, it's your internal personal choice, it's your inside reward. The reward is just you love doing what you are doing. And that's why it is completely different from every kind of motivation. That's why we call it self-motivation. You motivate yourself by yourself to do more than ever, to love doing what you are doing, and love spending every moment on working on your own personal dream when nobody is there, when everybody is absent, but you are enjoying every moment of that dream to stay within your reach, within your dream and your personal choice. Personally, I think that It could be a combination of both. There's a part which is completely yours, and there's a part which is completely external. Make the best use of both. Make it the best combination ever. And then you will have the external. For example, you work to support your family, even if that work is not satisfying, it's not your ambition. It could be entry, it could be intermediate or intermediate level. It's not leadership yet, but you are doing it because you are paying your bill. You are doing it because you are motivated by the economic necessity, by the challenging moment. Just you want to keep yourself busy and be able to pay your bill for the moment. But when it is internal, that is another different story. You do it because you love it. You do it for free, and you are ready to do it anytime, anywhere, for anyone. For example, my love for journalism, my love for training to help myself grow and keep updated and help others. Journalism and training are my talent, my gift that I have to give back to the community, to give back to the world whenever needed. So self motivation equal rapid succeed. You want to succeed rapidly? Be a self motivated achiever. That's the easiest way, the fastest way. It will never happen overnight. It takes time, it takes practice. It's a long way to go, but it's a sure destination. And you will be very, very happy when you arrive to the finish line. I promise. It is that ardent, burning desire inside you. You cannot resist it. It's your desire to accomplish. It's coming from you, not outside. That will help you when you are self motivated to go for the best performance ever without being supervised, without being controlled. It's this intrinsic motivation that is keeping us highly motivated. So self motivation equal rapid, quick success and successful journey, an inspiring story for sure. Brian Tracy, one of the world expert when it comes to personal development, telling us it doesn't matter where you came from. All that matters is where you are going. Tell me, where are you going? Forget about your pain. Forget about your difficulties. Forget about everything that was happening to you in your childhood, in the most difficult suffering, pain, whatever. Forget about all of that. That's history now. Think of this moment, what you are doing right now to change for a better future. It's your destination. Where are you heading to? How to get better? How to get bigger? That's a question. And all matters, as the expert Brian Tracy said, is the matter is, where are you going to? Are you clear about your destination? Have you prepared the trip? Do you get all the necessary equipment you need when you are and how long you are going to spend on that road? Nobody knows. It could be short, it could be long, it could be difficult, it could be painful. Everything is possible. But you should never stop. You should never give in, never give up until you arrive to that final best destination of your choice. And that's the most important. That's the matter when you arrive to the destination you determine yourself and you promise yourself that you will be there, then be there. That's it. No matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult it is, that is your responsibility. It's your choice. You must be committed and determined to arrive to that final destination. Like Tim Ferriss said, think big, never think small. And don't listen to other people who tell you it can't be done. That's their perspective. That's their side of the story. That's the way they think. But you take out the negation and think of it this way: it can be done. I'm going to do it, and I will do it, and I will show you that I'm able to do it. When you believe in yourself, everything else will be possible. Just a matter of time. To be short, could be long, it doesn't matter. As long as you are determined, never give up, work on your dream, clearly getting closer day and night, then you will arrive for sure. Let's put it in this way. Let's learn this great quote from success.com, best motivational quotes. It's wake up with determination, go to bed with satisfaction. So have that internal personal determination, and then when you go to bed, achieving all that you have promised yourself that you are going to achieve, doing all the great tasks on your do list, then you will go to bed very happy. That will be your satisfaction. And big dreamers, sometimes they don't sleep. The dream is not only this imagination you have in the brain that you can be something someday, sometime. Big dreams sometimes can prevent you even from sleeping. That's real dream because you are passionate about it. You are seeing it in every moment before sleeping, within your sleeping, and when the first thing in the morning when you wake up. That's a great dream. Should be your lifetime dream, and you will be very pleasing to work on every pleasant moment of achieving that great dream, and you will never be tired. You will never be bored, and you will be happy with and on every moment you spend to reach that dream, because it is yours. With that determination, you get determined and you will arrive. When you wake up with that determination, you can sleep with satisfaction for sure. And remember this, please. Dream it, believe it, and build it up. From success.com. Dream. When you are dreaming, you must dream big. And you must believe in yourself. If it is small, everybody will be doing it and able to do it. You are able because you are different. You believe in yourself. You work on your dream. You believe it. And you are building it. You are growing. You are expanding. You are enhancing your life, or you are limiting yourself. Up to you. The choice is yours. But the better, when you dream it, you believe it, you walk in it, you must be able to achieve it, as long as you have that self-determination, self-motivation. Remember, to be self-motivated, you must be able to turn every difficulty into a real opportunity. People will see only the difficult side of the story. You will see only the opportunity in that story. And that's how different you are from everyone. As long as you are chasing this big dream, it's your life dream. It's your personal choice. It's you after what you want to achieve in this great life. Then that's the only way. With that self-determination, with that self-motivation, you can be bigger, you can be better, you can be larger, you can be excellent, you can excel in doing whatever you want. That way you liberate yourself, and you will become with this endless empowerment potential. That's the way you go. To succeed greatly, you must keep yourself highly motivated. How to keep motivated? That's a question. First, you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want to achieve. You have to know your target, your dream, your project, your destination. What motivates you most, more than anything else? Work on it. Your motivation. It's your personal, very, very personal one, coming from your inner voice. That's the starting. When you know it, everything else is history. It's detail. Forgot it. Sacrifice everything else until you arrive to what you have determined as your final destination, as your personal dream or professional project. Journalism is mine. That's my ambition. That's how I was motivated. That was my dream. That was my love. That was my story when I was a very young, if not a child. And I will tell you that story later on. And when you know your dream and get that self-determination and self-motivation. Write it. Write your project. What do you want to achieve? What's your target? You want to be the best trainer, right? I want to be the best trainer. When? In 3 years, 2 years, whenever, whatever. Then it must be clear in black and white or in color writing. And it has to be visible in your space, working space, and sleeping or living, or whatever space you have. Write it clearly and write it with love. I do love journalism. That's what I have written to myself. And then read it. Read what you love. This is journalism for me. This is a love story. This is a personal choice. This is a professional project. I love it since day one when I was a child and a kid, adolescent, and I have to work for it, and I did. And I will tell you how. When you read that ambition, that project, that target, that objective you determined for yourself, read it. You have already determined it. You are clear about it. You have clarity of your vision, of your dream, of your target, of your objective. Now write it. You have written it. Have it clear as an action plan. Work on those little action on daily basis and read it. Read it daily to keep you motivated, to keep you concentrated, to keep you getting closer and closer to your dream, to get you energized. Get that positive energy from reading it. Yes, this is what I want. Keep focusing on what you want, concentrating on what you want, determine it by focusing on this choice, on this project, on this dream until it becomes true. And don't be disturbed by anything else. The world is yours as long as you are working on one dream. Realize it, go to the next stage. And then you read it on daily basis, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, the last thing before sleeping, and the first thing when you wake up. And now visualize it. See yourself doing it. See you in your dream. See you practicing what you love. See you in the teaching. See you in the journalism. See you in the translation. See yourself in the business. See you in your profession. See you in your destination. See you where you want to be seen. And when you visualize yourself actively performing what you want to do as your life legacy, as your best love story, as your project, personal project, then you will be able to do it. For example, for me, I am the reporter on the air. I'm live there on the radio in front of the mic. That was my dream when I was a child. And I will tell you how it was and how it was developed. When it comes to my story, right now we are selling the technique of how to keep motivated. Then feel it happily. It is intense moment. It's an excitement. It's ecstasy. It's a moment that you cannot forget. It's an elevating feeling to be your dream. Journalism is mine. That was my dream, and I feel so happy, so excited, ecstasy when I feel it. Think of it. And then claim it, start practicing it, start doing it, start volunteering in that activity, in that service, in that dream, in that profession, in that project, until it became yours. Be it. Then claim it. It's your territory, it's your terrain, it's your game, it's your field. You are good for it, and it must be good for you, because you have already chosen it. That's some of the techniques and the tip developed by Les Brown. You can get more on his website, lesbrown.com, for sure. He's one of the greatest motivational speakers in the world today. And then I love this quote coming from Dave Ramsey when he said, "Don't be like the rest of the sheep. To be like no one else. Learn to work like no one else." And when you work like no one else, you will be completely different, and you will achieve everything that you want, because nobody is able to compete with you in that field. As long as you are satisfying yourself, then you will stand out of the competition because you work like no one else, and then you will be able to realize the result that no one else is achieving, and that how you get out from the rest of the sheep. Don't be like anyone else. Be completely different because you are unique in nature, and you must be unique in the rest of your life, in your profession, in your vision, in your mission, in your service, and make the rest of your life the best ever it could be, as most of the world expert will tell you. And now, came to my love story. It's about one word. It's all about radio journalism. How come you can love radio up to this point? Yes. From childhood, yes. I will tell you why. Here it is. I just love radio by listening to the radio of my neighbors. When I was a child, when I was adolescent, I was raised in a rural African community in the desert, in a desert country with no radio. I have no radio. My family could not provide for a radio at that time. And then I have to listen to the radio of the neighbors. At that time, to get a radio, must be retired, an old man, and be rich, or at least the father of rich son to be able to get a radio at that time. And then what happened exactly? So I have to listen to the radio. Then I started developing this love for this radio, for this sound coming from this little magic black boxes. In nowhere, in a desert community, this sound is great, speaking to me in my own language, and thinking that it's all these people, all these reporters, all these great voices are talking only to me. That's the world to me. I was thinking that I'm their world. I think that they are just talking to me when they don't know me. And I was dreaming of figuring their faces, how to associate these voices with different faces that I've never seen, and I may never seen in my lifetime. I remember the names, okay. I remember the voices. I remember the timing. I remember the edition. I remember the audio, everything. I love it. I enjoy it all. At that time, the only radio where we were listening to was BBC, speaking my own Arabic language, and I love it. And I was thinking that this is just developed to me or for me, which is completely different. It's very far from the truth, but that's just a belief, and that's a dream. And then you have to believe it until you see it. That's how I love the radio. Then I love it so much as adolescent, even in my first university years. I traveled outside the country as a university student in my first year into a neighboring country. For what? Just to speak on the radio, just to talk in front of a mic, just to be heard or hear at least myself speaking in front of mic. That wasn't enough for me. Was it appreciated? No. I've learned the internet 20 years back in my country when it was a dream, another dream, a magic dream, impossible, unbelievable story. It's a kind of magic. Most of the people of my country at that time, they don't believe it at all. This was the beginning of, let's say, the end of 1999 and the beginning of 2000. Very few people in my country believed the internet at that time. And I remember the navigators that we were browsing were very old. They called it Netscape. Very few people still remember that name or that navigators. I learned internet why? I was teaching myself day and night, learning about internet in English, to be able to be hosted by the radio as a guest speaking about the internet, because very few people would be able to at that time. So my love of journalism, especially radio journalism, has pushed me, motivated me enough to learn English, to be able to teach myself the internet technology, the application, the browsing, everything at the time, which was really magic and unbelievable in my community, just to be able to be hosted by the radio studio and reporters and great journalists. And after that, I became the radio guest. Guess what? Then I became the radio host. And then I was criticized for not being good. Their problem, not mine. Then I was judged for being fast and judged for for imitating famous reporters that were their side of the story, not mine. I don't care. That's how they see it. For me, I see only that I love the mic. I love speaking in front of a microphone, and I love speaking in a radio studio with a great journalist. The rest is not my business. In the difficult moment, I see only the mic of the radio I love. That's my love, and that's how I see it. That how I enjoy every second of it with it. They see what they like. I see what I like. I see the beauty of my dream coming true. I see the result of my determination. I see only determination as my way and best way. Then the dream became true. I was practicing even radio before I was being trained. Now it's the time to be trained in one of the best worldwide telecommunication institute. I was the first of my country to be trained in the United States Telecom Training Institute in Washington, US, as a pro radio journalist, certified in radio studio, design, operation, and management. What a dream. I'm coming from far away. I was born under a desert tent, midnight, during one of the hardest droughts of my country. I'm coming from nowhere. Right now, I'm trained to be a professional radio journalist at one of the best international telecommunication institute, USTTI Washington. Wow, that's really unbelievable when people are determined. Your determination, your self motivation can take you everywhere if you are really determined. There is no limitation. They say it's only your imagination that is limiting you when you are illimited, I'm telling you. And then I worked for national. I worked for international media as a radio reporter, journalist, and was working with international media. Then I was working with TV, another great dream. I realized it without even being trained, and I was even without being paid. I was doing it as a volunteer for 6 months, and I was working as a team by myself, helped only by two great university students that I will never forget. Fatima and Sid Ahmed. I still remember their names. Great names that I would never forget. And then I was doing it all. I was writing the script, recording, interviewing, doing the studio, the interview, live, editing, everything. Sometimes I come to the TV studio at midday. I leave only at midnight. And I stay the whole day there, spending my own money without being even paid one single penny. I do it for the love of journalism, because this is a dream. This is a mission. This is a profession. This is a talent. This is a gift. You have to give back to the world, to the community. When you are determined, there's no limit. Everything will be yours if you want. And now I became my own boss. I'm tired of reporting for others, and I don't want to report for any international or national journalism because they have their own agenda. They will tell you has to respect the editorial policy, the editorial line of the media outlet. And then when they do an interview with you saying, we are going only to air or to broadcast the high time. What is the high time of the interview? It's what they like. It's what serving their own agenda. And you became the product and they would sell you. For me, journalism should have humanitarian objective. Should should be a kind of social journalism or journalism for humanitarian development. Let's use journalism to cover the uncovered story, to be a platform to be the voice of the voiceless people, for people to share their talent worldwide. That would be great journalism. And they should not be edited or cut whenever the boss of the media is not happy with a sound bite here or a video here or there or clips or whatever. It's all about love. Love what you want and do it with love until you love it. It will become your lifetime obsession, your lifetime dream, your lifetime determination, and then it will be fun. Every moment will be pleasing. You please yourself first, and then you will never feel bored again. You will never be the same again. When you speak in front of a mic, when you love it, you will never know how deep, how happy you are when you touch that feeling. When that feeling of accomplishment became yours, the world will be yours. Finally, I can tell you this: I'm the student of all, master of none. With self motivation, you can be one of the global motivational masters if you keep self motivated, working on your dream every day and night until you make it happen. Then get back to the community, help others, and don't forget those who helped you along the way of growing. Now, I'm open to question if you have any question there. And if you like, you can sign up with a comment, an email, and I will reply by sending you a copy of one of my e-books as I promised. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sharing. And next time I'm going to talk about one of the world's best motivational masters. I will post it very soon. Until we meet you again, this is Aid coming to you live from Montreal, Canada, wishing you the very best you wish for yourself.